Another really big tip is going to be mastering the slip and tack solution. So for those of you who are just learning, slip is going to be usually water and soap solution. In my case, I actually use 7th generation dishwash soap. I like it because there's no smell. I don't know, I like it for that reason. There's other people that use Dawn soap, they use baby shampoo. I don't really like the smell, so that's why I go with this. It works really well for me. So the ratio that I typically use, and in our kits, for if you're using a DIY kit, we actually put it in the slip solution packets. You just cut it up. It's exactly 5 ml. So that's where I get to the point. This is a 1000 ml bottle. For every 1000 ml, I put 5 ml. That's typically my starting point. Depending on the type of film that you're using, they will have their own recommendation. But I think 5 ml over 1000 ml is usually a good standard to start with. You could go minus 1, 2 mLs plus minus 2, depending on the type of film that you're using. For tack solution, you're going to be using, I like putting in a red bottle. So blue is always slip for me, and then red is always tack. By the way, water does matter. So typically you want to use completely filtered water. So we have a reverse osmosis water system and filtered water. So we use that. You can use distilled water, and you could buy it from Walmart or really any store like Walgreens and all that stuff. Those are fine as well, but you want to put 800 ml of water, and 200 is typically alcohol. We use 70% isopropyl. I cannot say things today, but iso alcohol, and typically that's good enough. 90% is a little bit too harsh, and if you do that, you have to do some math and the ratio. So just stick with a 70%. That's a lot more common anyway. That will actually activate adhesive, make it more aggressive, and then it will actually allow the film to stick a lot better. Again, this also matters depending on type of film. I'm giving you a general, I guess, benchmark of how it's typically mixed. A lot of times I think they're very unclear. It's like they say like use 1 bloop or 2 bloop. You know, I think this is not really a measurement. So I'm giving you these measurements, right?